Alright, so what's up, guys? I'm alive, I swear. I just moved into a new house, and I have, like, no internet. It's going to take, like, a month and a half to get it. So the uploads are going to be kind of hit or miss. The content is done. I just need to be able to get somewhere and bum some Wi-Fi to get stuff uploaded. And I feel bad doing that stuff. But here we are, getting a little more content in for you guys. Big thanks to Headbanger Sports for getting us these bats that we're getting ready to try out here. Be sure and use code BPHero at checkout at headbangersports.com to save yourself $40 off of any bat, $270 more. Or you can also reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram, and I can get you some pretty good deals on stuff as well. So I'm still alive. I'm still doing well. I got Mrs. Hero joining me for this one, so let's head to the field and check it out. BP Hero repping Headbanger this morning, working with the DeMarini Mercy and the DeMarini Lady Cartel. Got a couple of 26-ounce goodies here for the ladies. I hit like a lady, so maybe this will be like a fair comparison. So let's check it out. 52s. I'll do this ASA one first. All right, so getting things started off with Mrs. Hero swinging these things. I figured since they're for the ladies, we need the ladies to swing them. She was all nervous, thinking she was going to do bad, or, you know, I look dumb or whatever. I told her, just get in the box and hit the ball. Nobody cares what you look like. It's YouTube, not OnlyFans. So she's not a super big fan of lighter swinging bats, but she did enjoy this Mercy. She said the barrel on it was super forgiving, and it felt like the ball came off well. And all I was throwing her here was a mix of 52 300s and 52 300 game balls. And when she got this thing, it probably did have close to like 150 swings on it. I pretty much put all the swings on it that I could to get it good and broken in for her, because that's the nice thing to do for a lady. When she finishes up here, we're going to go to the labs and then come back to the field and finish this thing up. So stopping at the lab here real quick, this is what is considered a linear bat, which means it has no inner barrel technology or anything in it, and it's going to read out like a normal bat, and since this is an ASA bat and an ASA tester, the red zone is considered failing. I was a little surprised to see how low it came in on the tester for being brand new in the wrapper, but hitting 52 300s, it shouldn't break down too fast. And after, you know, the 150-ish swings we put on it, here's where it's at. It is still creeping down, not quite to the failing mark, but it is flirting with it. And I will say that, given the performance this thing is giving, it's something that I would just put away at this point. It's performing well, and if you need it to pass compression, you're not going to be mad with how it's hitting in a game. But if you don't need it to pass compression, swing the hell out of it. And here it is on a scale, coming in at 26.0. And just a close-up look at this thing, running up and down both sides of it, looking for any kind of imperfections, blemishes, anything like that. I saw nothing, not even any webbing or anything. There's no rattles, no paint chips, no seams, or anything like that to be noticed at this point in the game with this bat. And real quick, I managed to get some radar swings in, looking for anything in the high 80s to low 90s, and this thing checked all the boxes for a good performer in that regard too. I like this thing. I guess it's not something I would game because it's too light. So down to the nitty-gritty with this thing. It has a 13-inch barrel, and I felt like the whole thing was practically the sweet spot. It hit pretty decent out of the wrapper, and at about the 50 to 75 swing mark, it wasn't necessarily what I would consider all the way broken in, but it was hitting the ball well enough that you could have put it in the bag for games. The barrel on it is a little bit stiff, but not in regards of like killing your hands or anything. It's just enough to give you good feedback to let you know how you're hitting these 52s, and the sweet spot on it is a very good size as well. This is considered inloaded, and it's there, but it's ever so slight. This is a 26 ounce. It's not something I normally mess with, but even with that considered, I did still think this swung just a little bit light, but the Mercy line has never been known to swing heavy either, so I'm not too worked up about that. It does have a composite handle as well. This is the 4.1 composite handle, and it's going to be kind of close to an alloy handle in terms of how rigid it's going to be. Pretty much as stiff as the DeMarini is going to get with a composite handle, to my understanding. And the combination of that and this barrel made for a good feeling bat and not killing your hands with any bad feedback or any funky whip or anything like that. So for the gang that likes to swing the lighter bats, or for you ladies, I'm going to nail this thing with a stamp of approval. Even being a lighter bat, I still felt like I hit a few balls pretty well with this thing. I even made a couple of the other guys swing it off camera just to see what they thought, and they thought it hit pretty well too. If you get down with this light stuff, pick it up, swing away, and I think you will enjoy this thing. We're going to finish up here and head over and check out what we think about the Lady Cartel.
I'm good.
And again, everybody tell her how good of a job she did, so maybe she'll come back and swing some more bats sometime. Appreciate that. This one only had around 100 swings on it by the time she got it. This thing really didn't need a ton of breaking in. And in my opinion, this is literally just a Nautilus makeup with a mid-load instead of a true in-load. And she doesn't swing a ton of bats, so since it was normally something she's not really used to swinging, she did struggle with consistency with it a little bit. But she did say that she did like the performance that she got when she did square ball up. And I also think that some of that probably had to do with the fact that she probably hates mid-loads more than I do. She's not real big on doing well with controlling a bat, so having anything that's out of her realm just really gives her a little bit of a fit. Can't blame her for that. We're going to go to the labs and then come back and close out just like we did with the Mercy.
Stay level. That was it.
So this is yet another one of these DeMarinis that came in and tested super, super high in the wrapper, and within a matter of 50 swings, they're down into the 250s and 260s. And I did hit this on a little bit of a cooler day just to get the kind of the stank knocked off of it because I knew it was going to need it. So when I finished up here at about the 100 swing mark, hitting pretty much anything we felt like hitting with it, we're looking at right about 230 on the compression tester, which is pretty par for the course with this DeMarini U-Trip technology. And on a scale, it came in at 26 even, just like the Mercy did, coincidentally enough. And again, a close-up look at this one. I did spot just a little bit of webbing in some of the lighter color of the paint, but all webbing is just signs where the paint is flexing. It just looks like little spider webs trickled throughout the bat for anybody that doesn't know what it looks like. But outside of that, no seams, no rattles, no nothing like that. Nothing that we're looking for when we do this segment of the video. And throwing it on the radar here, looking for anything low to mid-90s. And even being a 26, knowing I can struggle with velocity a little bit with that, I still was able to check that box for something I would look for in a U-Trip bat. And now, back to the field. So I did enjoy the Nautilus from earlier this year. And like I said in the intro there, I felt like this was nothing more than a Nautilus with a mid-load instead of an in-load. And while I may not be a mid-load fan, if you are or you like something that swings close to that, then definitely check it out. It has all the same specs, the 13-inch barrel, the alloy handle. And the one thing that I will give this DeMarini tech that they use in these U-Trip bats is, man, the ball just freaking explodes off of it. And it sounds so good. No matter the temp, no matter the ball you're hitting, you always get a good sound out of this thing. And the feedback is pretty good for the most part. My wife did struggle with sweet spot consistency just a little bit, but she's pretty bread and butter when it comes to what she likes, and she doesn't like to divert from that. So this took her out of her comfort zone is really the only reason that I felt she had that experience with it. I could definitely suggest this to anyone that would like a mid-load or maybe somewhat balanced bat, and I feel like they would do well with it. But because she swung the bat, I wanted to go ahead and get her thoughts in there too. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Thanks for stopping in and checking it out. One day I will be done living under a rock, and I will have internet at my house again, so I can upload frequently and interact with you guys easily. Because where I'm at right now, I don't even get good 4G reception. It's a disaster. We're going to be in this house for almost a month and a half before we have any kind of internet at all. It's unreal. But I'm still dedicated to getting this stuff out when I can. So thanks for stopping in and checking it out. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications so you get a notification the next time I'm able to post a video, and I'll catch you in that one, guys.
I want you to know something. Had that net not have been there,
It went right over your head.
no, it was right here, but I was like this.
Yeah, right over your head.
No, you go ahead and tell YouTube that. That's fine.
You did that on purpose, you dick. That's spicy.
Yeah. Oh. How you doing?
Go ahead and care if the camera didn't see it.